Well, especially as a placemaker, I think you're like in a very particularly unique spot to not be putting judgment, because you know that you have the capacity to make it what you want it to be.
Yeah, and I guess just to elaborate on placemaking as a concept, anything can be made into a place, or placemaking. To my mind, what I'm talking about, or what I'm thinking about when I'm placemaking, is trying to create memories and associations and relationships to places outside of simply their function. So like this place, this specific spot, I'll always know I had this moment with you guys here, or like I'll remember the previous fundraiser that was here that I attended, or any other space. People are making places or making associations with the places they're embodying and inhabiting always. I just try to make it more formalized and more of like a business than it is just an ongoing lifestyle thing.
Yeah, it's very Zen in a way, like being present too. I think especially when it's in terms of making memories and sort of like putting the layer of like this specific place versus like that specific place, and like what exactly has happened for me here.
Right.
You have to be present and aware, and not just kind of like zooming through.
Totally.
To actually take the time to make those memories.
Yeah. I don't know if it's something like every kid does, or if you guys did this as a kid, but like if there were certain corners or like rooms in your house that you like made a story about, or had a narrative that that has nothing to do with the structure of the building, but is like you've imbued it with this sort of meaning that anyone else would not notice. I think that's like maybe where it all comes from for me.
Do you have a specific example in mind while you're talking about that, or just a general?
I mean, I think I can think about like any specific part of my house. There's like the staircase up to the second floor. There was like a middle little corner where the staircase curved that like my 7-year-old bottom could fit on perfectly, and I would just kind of perch myself and feel like I was getting the full like upstairs downstairs kind of view of my house, and that was like my kind of little corner where I felt like I had moments of presence, and I would just like play with this little, I think it was a call box or like old telephone utility thing that never went away, that like I just would like like poke my finger in and like kind of like hang on and like wonder about, that like is ingrained in my mind. Or like there was like a part of the basement that was just storage for Christmas decorations and like part of the foundation, but it had like a little private word written, like it was like we put private up on it. I don't know when it happened, but to me it was like that's where there's a ghost, that's where somebody got murdered, like it's very dangerous. So like I like to, I don't know, make those things up, or I got feelings from them that I just carried on and became something to me. And I just think it's a funny phenomenon that people can do that. Like I don't know if every human or every mammal does have that association, but I think as humans we have a very unique power to be like, this spot of land, this is my land, or like this place I own and like recognize has meaning for me. And the more places you do that, the more empowered you feel.
Yeah, it's something that I think comes naturally to children more because there's so much that's uncontextualized. You're still creating so much meaning, but it is a very powerful experience and a thrilling one potentially. Also potentially a scary one, like you could be traumatically creating those spaces, but to be able to bring that concept to an adult's brain, you know, and empower them to make those spaces again, provide the tools for them to make it, is really compelling work, you know.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it is, again, like going back into a self-actualizing mindset of like, I've got to take ownership or make an association, find an experience here that makes it, I don't know, makes it more fulfilling.
Yeah.